So I'm about to do an informal overheating test on my way to visit Kyle to give him the GoPro Hero 10 Black, which is the one on the right here. And I've got a GoPro Hero 9 Black. And one of the big problems I've always had with GoPros, especially since pretty much the 7, is overheating. And the reason is because they tend to get used in ways that perhaps they weren't designed to be used. For example, I fly a lot, or I used to anyway, so the interior of an airplane cockpit would be a good example of one adverse place where there's really no air moving over the GoPro and it's just sun beating down. So they don't really like that. Also, we have really hot temperatures here in the Central Valley. Recently we were using this Hero 9 Black in 109-degree temperatures and it overheated, or 106-degree temperatures, and it overheated frequently. Another use is these drones, and you can see that one of the issues with the drone is my GoPro housing. One of the reasons why I justified getting a 10, besides like the better frame rates and the higher resolution, which are huge, is the fact that it's exactly the same body as the 9, but since it's more powerful in terms of processing and what have you, I'm assuming it's going to be hotter, which is a big concern. And you can see that the way they're designed, where I have the mounts up, that's ventilation, and you can see the ventilation there, and it looks like one side has a heat sink, one side is open for air to pass through. So that's an important component. And you can see I have the battery door open on one, so they have a replacement battery door that's a pass-through for USB-C. That would actually help with some of the cooling. But the problem is these TPU mounts that I have, which fit both of these GoPros, they don't allow much air to pass through. However, these drones, for example, this one can exceed FAA limits, let's just say. Not that I ever do that as a licensed drone pilot. And this one is a little bit more slow and lumbering, in exchange for more stability. But at the same time, it's still moving pretty fast most of the time. So you do get a fair amount of air. You at least get the sides, the lenses, and then the mounts themselves are closed, though. That's a big factor because, as you can see, I think they're designed to be used with those open. And if they're closed, it really harms the overall heat dissipation, I think anyway. I could be wrong. I do have a fancy thermal gun. It's not a FLIR, it's a Fluke one, but it's still really good. That's an ordeal to take out, but the idea here is I'm going to do another simulated test where I have that's an overkill phone mount, and then I have the two external suction cup mounts that I'll put the 9 and 10 on. And right now, the temperature in carrot weather is 78 degrees, but the probe at my house said it's 80.1 degrees ambient, and hopefully, and that's in the shade, hopefully, we'll have a pretty good representation. So the idea is I'm going to drive these to Kyle, both recording at 4K 60, both wide, both with hyper smooth boost on, because I feel like, if you're driving a car, typically, unless you see the hood bouncing around or something like that, but typically if you like with a drone or something like that, and the speeds will be similar with the car, but with a drone, I'll have them recording that way. But of course they won't be in the housings. I do not expect them to overheat in this test. However, if they were inside the cabin of the car and I didn't have the air conditioning on, or even if I did have the air conditioning on but the air itself wasn't passing over the body of the camera, they probably would overheat. But the thing is if they do overheat during this test, this is like optimal airflow. The mounts are wide open, and it's really fast airflow, and they're completely exposed. That would be very disappointing. But in terms of like the interior of a cockpit of like a Cessna 172 or what have you, I feel like they would overheat very quickly. So typically what I'll do is I'll put them on very low resolution, so something like a 720 even, or a 1080, just so that you can capture the whole flight as a video. And then the other use we have is we'll typically, on my front bumper here, I've got a special license plate frame that allows me to mount a GoPro, and often we'll do time lapses with that sort of setup. So, and I haven't had any issues with them overheating during a time lapse. For now, this will have to do, along with my seriously overkill Delkin, what I'm using for an iPhone now, but it's capable of probably close to 10 pounds. So both cameras are mounted. They're both at 4K 60 wide. Both have their respective hyper smooths on. 3.0 for the GoPro Hero 9 toward the driver's side, and 4.0 for the driver's side, or for the passenger side on the Hero 10 Black. They're both using Boost. They both have brand new batteries and the exact same Lexar 128 gig memory cards, both freshly formatted. So we're gonna get driving. I don't want them to sit in the sun too long without any airflow, because they're action cameras, and that would be dumb. Or I could just let them sit on a black trampoline in direct sunlight like an asshole. I let the screens dim, so I don't know if when they overheat and turn off, if it'll say camera turning off, camera powering down like it normally does, if it'll actually turn on the LCD to say that. But I don't want them to sit too long. They both have brand new batteries in. They like literally brand new. First time they're being used. They're fully charged. We'll see what happens. I'm just gonna let this roll. You're gonna have to hear my stupid music. The Hero 10 has a higher refresh rate on the front LCD. It's quite a bit more usable. So right now we're gonna drive to see Kyle over at CMAC. In fact, let's give him a call. Call Kyle Lowe.
You reached Kyle Lowe. Please leave a message.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished...
Kyle's... Oh, he's calling me back now. Hi, Kyle.
What's going on with my regular calling? I gotta restart my phone or something.
Uh-oh. Sorry about that. Did you transfer a SIM card, or did you reactivate to a new SIM?
Transferred SIM.
Yeah, you can reactivate. And did it come with a new SIM, or did it have the old one in, or had no SIM in it? Your new one?
No SIM. I bought it unlocked.
Oh, it's an unlocked phone. So you can activate the eSIM if it makes you feel better. You don't even have to call AT&T anymore.
Nice. Yeah, I think I'm gonna restart the phone and see if that's the case. But I had data, but yeah, my calls are dropping. But I'm also at CMAC.
Oh yeah, your terrible reception. So you're there now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna come drop these cameras off. Oh, by the way, I should have disclosed. You're being recorded right now.
Okay.
So I'll give you all this footage in the meantime when I see you. So just call you when I'm there?
Yeah, I can meet. If you want to park in the back alley, I'll meet you out there.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
I'm at CMAC today, just got a bunch of projects to wrap up, but then Gilbert calls me and says he wants to drop something off to me. So let's see what he's got. What the heck? Oh, wow, look at that.
One of the things I loved about the 10 and why I pulled the trigger on it, besides the fastest processing and the higher frame rates, is it fits all my same mounting stuff.
Yeah,
so the TPU mounts,
the stuff you printed for the 9.
Yeah, is these are 2 print mounts that I printed, and they have a little slit so I can slide it in there.
Nice.
But if you think about it, they close up all that ventilation. They're sealed.
So this would not be.
So they're not optimal. However, these things are usually hauling ass.
And these batteries on the FPV drones only last
3 minutes.
Yeah, so that's fine.
And realistically, I mean, you and I do long form stuff with GoPros.
Yeah,
I don't think many people are doing that. Like if I'm using it as an action cam, I'm going down a mountain maybe 3 minutes, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Or I'm doing it on a shot with the drone. And on these drones, they'll last a little longer because this one, if I go balls out, it'll be 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But this one, really, I should get about 5-7 minutes. But even that should be plenty for either camera, especially, this is meant to be slower, heavier, more stable.
Yeah.
And bump into walls and stuff. And this one's meant for like really going fast. So.
Yeah.
But,
fun.
Yeah, they should be fun. But yeah, is that 9? That 9 is still going.
That's
way
awesome.
longer than the 10. And we had in 106 degrees of walking.
Yeah.
We had a lot of issues. This is 82 degrees of stillness.
Yeah.
And that ambient off the glass and dash will increase, but
yeah, as it sits there.
But yeah, so far it looks like the 10 overheats worse than the 9, which is disappointing.
And that does seem to be what other people are finding in what I've read, and watched.
Shit.
Yeah. Okay, this is my first video with the GoPro Hero 10. It seems cool. I've read that it overheats a little easier than the 9, and the 9 was already fine for the stuff I do, but let's put it through its paces and see what we can make with this GoPro Hero 10. So you probably just saw, I just did a little time lapse, and these were individual photos with the GoPro Hero 10, and it is toasty just from being on and taking pictures every 5 seconds. That is odd. Did not expect the GoPro to get hot even just for photos. Can I get some macro up on this GoPro? I don't know, it's not very bright in here. All right, let's see if people give me weird looks for this one.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, picking up for Kyle. Pizza time! Yeah. All right. Oh man, they already got the holiday stuff out. Like almost 2 weeks ago, I let an apple get bad in the house and attracted fruit flies. And now there's been like a handful of fruit flies in the house like every single day. And I've been trying to kill them with like a solution of apple cider vinegar and soap, dish soap to kill them, and it's not enough. So I'm here at Lowe's and I'm gonna try the fruit fly trap, some fly paper, and I think I'm gonna go big. The bugs have been really, really bad, really annoying. So I think I need a bug zapper. Even though this is an outside one, I'm gonna use it inside, but I'm just not gonna use the mosquito scent. And I think we'll be okay. Hopefully this does the trick. Lauren said I could not get the kind that I swat. Oh, also the reason why I had the pizza was for a Swedefest meeting. We're planning what we want to do for Swedefest this year in both the festival and possibly our own entry. And Finfin says hello. Now, back to the bugs. This is what we did. This was apple cider vinegar with Dawn soap and some borax mixed in for good measure. And it did kill a good number of bugs, but there's still more. Lauren also tried, oh look, there's a bug on there right now. Aunt Fanny's fly punch. And it worked pretty well, but I accidentally knocked it over the other day. So let's try the taro fruit fly trap. This is specifically for fruit flies. It even kind of looks like a little apple. So the bugs go in. Place the trap upright. Lure bottle tip into center hole. Empty half bottle in each trap. Place traps in areas where fruit flies have been seen. All right. This seemed well regarded online. Okay, that seems like almost half the bottle. Very tedious to squeeze the bug juice. All right, I'm gonna put one over here. I'm gonna put one over here. And then let's try the fly paper. Now this is probably more for like traditional flies. Let's
do all of them at the same time.
I'm gonna do all of them. I wanna see which one does the best. These were the cheap options, the fly tape. Oh, there's multiple in here, all right. Oh, okay, yeah, it's very gooey. Oh yeah, that's really gooey. But they have been coming out here by the trash can, so maybe they'll go in there. I don't know, that probably wasn't my best investment, but it was only $2. And the last one, the Deluxe Bug Zapper, the most expensive option. It's got a UV light in the middle, so I'll get a nice tan, and my fingers are still gooey from the fly paper. What are you doing?
What happens to all the carcasses?
They just fall on the inside. This is like a mosquito. Look how short this cable is.
Oh, that's very short.
Yeah, I'm just saying I need a little extender
Or right here.
to get right here.
That'll work.
Or oh, I should have it up here.
I mean, I don't want it, but if you must.
All right, I'll just plug it in right here. We'll move our apple
so
cider
gross.
vinegar,
They just keep multiplying.
and then plug this in. Oh, it is on. I want it on just when the sun power goes out. Well, that'll be fine. There it is. There it goes. Hopefully a bug will fly into it and get zapped. All right, check in tomorrow and we'll see how many bugs got trapped. We'll compare the little apples to the sticky fly paper that I immediately regret opening, and versus the Deluxe Bug Zapper.
Tomorrow.
Okay, it's the next morning. We have the different fly traps out. Let's see how they did, starting with the zapper. I think the bugs just fall through the bottom. Oh, yep, there's at least one that fell out.
Are you just knocking them on the counter?
Yeah,
Oh.
they just fall through the bottom. I'll clean it up. All right, we've got one, at least one from the zapper, and they might still be at the bottom of the zapper too. Let's check the taro buggy. Oh, you're leaving, bye-bye. And there does not seem to be any in here. That's a bummer. I should have cleared this out. I can't tell how many got added there, but there's a bunch in there from the last couple days. Let's try this apple taro. Ooh, I do see one in there. There's at least one in there. That's good. All right. Not a total loss. Same thing, I should have counted how many were already in here. In the Aunt Fanny's. And then I didn't hang this because it was so sticky. Oh, there's one! Ah! Did I get it? No. Maybe. The sticky fly paper does not appear. But I didn't hang it because it's so sticky. Ugh. All right, so we got a few. Let's, I'll check back in on the fruit fly situation soon. So you may remember a couple weeks ago, I was trying to clean my hats. I wear a lot of hats because I gotta protect my bald head from the sun. And I tried the ball cap buddy in the dishwasher, and I wasn't really happy with the results. And my buddy Dylan, I'll put his link to his YouTube channel in the doobly-doo, but he was like, hey, try some Borax, Arm & Hammer, baking soda, and there's a fly in here, and laundry detergent in a hot bathtub. And I was like, great. So I didn't have Borax, so I got some Borax, and it came in a bundle with the Arm & Hammer specifically laundry booster washing soda. I think it's still just baking soda. And I've got some Tide here. And I had to clarify, like, how much do I use? He said start with a half cup of each. So I've got that. He said, like, this junk will just fall off the hats, but I brought a scrubber brush just in case. And I got a whole bunch of hats. Yeah, just gonna put these in the bathtub. And then I also have the GoPro Hero 10, 9, and even a GoPro Hero 7. We'll put those in the bathtub. I was worried there might not be enough light, so I also grabbed an Aperture MW so I can keep some bright light in the bathtub and the GoPros can see. So we'll see how well the GoPros handle hot bath water, and also see how clean we can get my hats. All right, gonna start the bathtub. It's gonna be loud. Need it to get nice and hot. We'll put the lights in here. Turn on the GoPros. I'm gonna set them, I think 1080 or 4K, maybe 24 frames. Although I think those speeds were not the issue. Maybe we'll do 60. 4K 60. Okie dokie. Water's starting to fill up. We're going to turn on the GoPro Hero 10 and Hero 9. Drop in the 7. GoPro Hero 7 looks good. Let's hit record there. And we are rolling on all the cameras. We will resume our hot water. Let's bring in our detergent. I put them in these bags because they were leaking. Pour it in with the hot water dropping in. I guess I should put more hats in here too. Yeah, basically all the hats have sweat around the brim here. The water's pretty murky, so I'm not sure what we're going to be able to see. But I'm also just interested if the hot water kills the cameras. I have a lot of hats. Maybe I'll just start with this many hats. Next up, we got Borax. We got a half cup of Borax. I don't even know what Borax is. What is this? Sodium borate. Okay, just some Tide laundry detergent. I don't know if I'm gonna need a full half cup. This is the HE stuff. Maybe I'll just do a quarter cup, because theoretically this should be very potent. All right, there we go. Yeah, I can fully submerge a hat. Looks like our GoPros, they're going. And the stuff is pretty, the consistency is pretty soapy. So, I think that's enough water. We've got hot water. We got hats with sweat scum on it. Yeah, and it's coming off. That seems to be working a-okay. And maybe the problem with the dishwasher was it was hitting it, and it does, the soap is good, but just wasn't something to scrub it off. So I've got a scrubber. We can scrub a little bit of each hat here, trying to get the junk off. Whoa, so gross. Wow, all this junk, all this dirtiness came from my noggin. All right, been working on C-Max stuff. I had to take a shower after washing all those hats. I was like sweaty from the hot water and the scrubbing. But now I need to prep my camera gear because tomorrow Gilbert and I are doing a production, some event work. And we're taking all 3 Canon cameras. Gilbert's gonna bring his Sony cameras as a backup, but we're gonna run the Canon cameras. And I just need to make sure my lenses are clean, my batteries are charged, everything's ready to go before tomorrow. Okay, I think I'm all set to go. Got the EOS R with the lens that Caesar lent me, the 75 to 300, nice and long. Not super fast, but it's a stage thing. It should be lit. But I also got my prime lenses just in case. Got the C200, C70, my 24 to 105. Nice and ready to go. Do some live events. I'm also going to bring the Axoon Cine. Gilbert should be bringing his as well so that we can see each other's angles and when we're moving and not moving from the other side of the room, because I'm going to be in the back of the room and then Gilbert's going to be looking at it from one of the 2 sides there as people walk across the stage. Got the pack full of HDMI, the Ninja, all kinds of fun stuff. And I'm going to bring the Tentacle, put it in the backpack, so that Gilbert and I can record an editor podcast in between sets. It'll be pretty sweet. I just need to charge up my iPad to be the receiver for the Axoon Cine. I guess I could use the Axoon and the Ninja, but I'll use less battery if I charge up the iPad. Okay, I think I'm ready for tomorrow. It's gonna be a good production, so join me again tomorrow. This is it for this vlog. Trying to kill flies, trying to clean hats, getting ready for production. It's very like in between state episode today, but you know what? That's where we are.